sometimes refer to it as the Straus spa as well. I mean, our cows lead a good life out here on Collins Bay. They have a life cycle of approximately 13 months. They have a gestation of 9 months, like humans. And so for 2 months of every year, we take them off the milking line and do what's called drying them off. We stop milking them. So that's why.
And you don't assist them.
I'm sorry?
You don't assist them.
No, we don't. We don't. Unless there's some obvious problem, we let nature take its course, and they do very well.
How long will it take?
Usually no more than an hour.
Seems like a long time, actually.
We've read quite a bit already. There's about twice what I saw coming from her, just about 10 minutes. And you can see she doesn't seem to be in any obvious distress. She's taking it very calmly and naturally. And she's done her birth classes, I guess. She knows how to push. Yeah, she's breathing well,
oh, look at that.
pushing well, and wow, that was a successful well.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
I think we're going to see it happen.
Oh,
Ow.
there comes a head.
We're fortunate whenever this happens on a tour. It's great.
Yeah, girl.
Wow. There we go.
Yay. Is she cleaning her udder for the baby?
She'll rest for a little bit, and then she'll start cleaning the calf up. She'll actually start licking the calf and cleaning off the embryonic, the sac, the birth sac, and
Someone's helping her. Oh, no.
and the calf should be on its feet.
Oh. Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's awesome. This concludes our tour.
I know.
So I don't have to say anything else.
No, I think we're done, Gary. You guys planned this.
Let me give you a little more background.
Yeah, the weather and now this.
Right. Yeah, exactly. The weather now.
We did
You'll
something
notice
right.
that the mom is a solid black, but several of these other cows are black and white. You chefs probably know what kind of cow that is. Anyone want to tell me? It's a black and white one. That's a Holstein. The black and whites are Holstein. You'll see those a lot on dairy operations, and they're known and prized because they are
They're
big
so
milk
precious.
producers. They weigh about 1,200 pounds each, and they produce a high volume of milk. I don't see any in the maternity ward today, but we also have a lot of little smaller brown cows, which are Jerseys. And Jerseys are prized for something entirely different. They're known for their butter. They have a very high fat content in their milk. The original Straus herd was altered, and over the years we added some Holsteins, particularly in the 80s when everybody was talking about cholesterol and how bad it was for you, and some people were saying stop giving dairy products. So we went to Holsteins at that time, no Holsteins, because they had butter, stopped being Holstein products. Since then, we've learned that a proper amount of dairy products is actually quite beneficial and very healthy for you. And we are migrating back to a Jersey and a Jersey Holstein hybrid herd. So that mom who just gave birth there, solid black, I'm pretty sure is a mixed breed between a Jersey and a Holstein. And that's what we'll see more and more of our stock. What our most prized product, what we prize most in our milk is the butter. We make butter from it. Ice cream. And oftentimes we take out the water. Yogurt, instead of adding fillers or anything artificial, we put it through reverse osmosis to take water out. So the fact that Holsteins give more milk means there's more water content. So we'd rather have the Jersey milk that has more fat. What is that? We have what's known as a completely closed herd. None of our cows will ever come in contact with live cows from anywhere else, and it's been that way since we went organic in 1994. The only way that anything new is introduced to this herd is if we artificially inseminate. But about 70% of our cows are bred naturally. There's keep bulls on the farm whose sole job it is to take care of that function. And the rest we do artificially inseminate. I mean, if you're at Dairyman, you get these mixed catalogs, like we get Crate and Barrel, they get bull serum catalogs, and you just flip through it and see the qualities of this organic bull or that organic bull, and there's often a picture and lots of heritage and other vital statistics. And so
they're organic bull?
Well, they're fed organic. They don't.
I wonder how long before it stands up.
Cleaning them up.
Yeah.
So we buy bull serum and we do artificial inseminate.
Oh, there. Almost.
This also might be kind of a good time to tell you a little bit about the history of Straus. Straus Dairy operation was founded by Albert Straus' father, Bill Straus. Came out here in the 1940s. He bought his place in 1941. He'd worked on a couple of other farms in the area previous to that, but he was a city boy. He was actually had never milked a cow in his life. He came here from he grew up in Hamburg, Germany in 1939. German Jew who left Germany for obvious reasons. And it seems that his father, who had died during World War I, had this dream of having a farm. So Bill fulfilled his dad's dream and started farming, started ranching, started raising dairy cows out here. He started with 32 Jersey cows, each of which he named after a family member or a friend, which we're told wasn't entirely appreciated by all those family members and friends.
Oh, they're
Especially there was
trying to get up.
a cigar-smoking aunt named Bertha in New York City who really didn't think it was funny at all. There was a cow and West Marin named after her. But that became sort of the tradition, and even today, you'll see when we get up in the calving area, we still name our calves. That's a little touch. Bill was out here, and it was kind of picture yourself in the early 40s. Here he was from Germany, and he was Jewish, and this was primarily a Portuguese settlement area. So he was sort of isolated in a way socially. His family thought, and I'm sure Bill did, that it would be good for him to find a soulmate. And apparently there were no good, nice Jewish girls to be had in West Marin at that point. So he went all the way to New York City to find his soulmate, and her name was Ellen. And Ellen had never milked a cow in her life either. Ellen came straight to New York from Amsterdam. Both Bill and Ellen were pretty smart people. They were highly educated. They spoke several languages. They hit it off, and after 16 days, either Bill really wanted to get back to the farm, or he had really decided that Ellen was the one for him. He proposed, and Ellen accepted. So she gave up the bright lights of Manhattan for the starry nights of West Marin, moved out here, and it proved to be a very healthy match, a very good match. They had 4 great kids together. They were a very close family. They actually, when the kids grew up, there was a ranch about a mile up the road. It's called the home ranch, still in the family, where they actually grew up. They got this piece of property later. The home ranch was where they started the dairy operation. It was great, except for one thing: there was no water on the property. Absolutely no water, and no wells. And so they captured what rainwater they could. But when the kids tell the story about, especially in the summertime, they wanted to go take a shower, and Mom would stand outside the bathroom saying, 1 minute, 1 minute, because the cows got the priority of the water. this farm fortunately has abundant water, so that's not a problem. So we still keep some cows up there, and we still raise crops up at home. Ellen was a remarkable lady in her own right. She was a very early environmentalist. If any of you have heard of an organization called the Marin Agricultural,
Here she goes.
she was the co-founder of that organization. And what that was in a nutshell is there was a time in the I think it was in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, when there were plans on the books to subdivide and make freeway-ize the
Yay!
area.
Oh!
And a bunch of family farmers got together and said, how can we stop this? We'd like to protect our way of life, good way of life. This shouldn't happen. And Ellen Straus, along with another lady named Thomas Faber, came up with this idea of creating what's known as a conservation easement, where in effect we buy the agricultural rights to a piece of property and put it to, and that's what small trusts do today. They don't buy the actual land, but they buy an easement by which the farmers agree to stay, remain in agriculture, transfer to the deed. If anybody else buys the piece of property, they'll bind it. So that's why about a third of Western Rim is absolutely dedicated to agriculture and will remain so forever. Which is a great blessing for all of us, and allowed the Strauses to continue, as well as a lot of other farmers. Ellen did a lot of other great things. She was on the board with other organizations like the Environmental Forum out here, the Green Belt Alliance, and everybody says she baked a mean pie. Except whoever came to the home ranch was treated to a piece of pie out of the transport. So, we move on, and we'll come back and visit on a little later. Let's go on a little further, and we can talk about